Hello all. So, yeah, I know I'm late on this, but let's talk about what's new in 2022 release wave 2. In today's video, we'll talk about one of the cool features that I like in the product, which is switch companies across environment. Now, people who are using Business Central would understand how hard it is to kind of change companies to Business Central 2022 release wave 1. And if you're a user who have to deal with interactions with multiple companies where you have to change company to do your work, it was a very tedious job to make sure that uh, you spend how much time into changing companies. We have seen customers who have 21 companies, and it'll be a nightmare situation for users to change companies till 2022 release wave 1. Then Microsoft did understood that problem and introduced a pretty easy way to switch companies even across environments. So you can switch to an environment, let's say from a sandbox to a production or to a development environment. And not just that, you can even switch companies. So let's get into the product and understand what has been done on that. So let me log into my sandbox environment. This is my sandbox environment. The first thing that you see, which is different from your 2022 release wave 1 or any previous version of the Central, that there is a visual clue on the top of your app bar which talks about which environment you are in. So it tells you that you are on Sandbox, which is the environment name based on what's your URL. So it's an easy identifier of knowing that you are on a production environment or on a sandbox environment or on a dev environment if you follow a specific nomenclature. But not just that, it allows you to, it's a company switcher. You can either click on it and it shows you all the available companies, or you can use the keyboard shortcut of Control O to activate it. Now remember this, that you don't need to be on your role center page or your landing page to activate your company switcher. You can be anywhere in your application, in any part of your application, and your the company switcher will be available on your screen. Let's go deep into it and what it covers. So it allows you to search companies. If I want to search for T1, which is not even in this sandbox environment where I am in, I can just do a T1 and able to filter it out. At the same time, it shows me all my environment here, which has been created in this tenant that I have access to. And then within each environment, it also shows me all the companies that are available. Now, how you switch a company is super easy. You can select the company even from a different environment, and then you can either switch to that on the current tab, or there's a drop down where you can open it in a new tab. On the third option is that you can open a new tab and go to the same list, which means it'll open the My Company and the customer, or the vendors page when I click on this. So as soon as I click on that, it'll understand which environment it need to go to, and remember which company it need to go to, and it'll also remember the page that it need to go to, or the area of the application where you are in. Now that makes your work easier when you are a user who have to work on different companies. Now, if you look at it, I'm on my company on my vendors page. And on this tab, I'm on my Kronos USA on vendors tab. So for users, it'll surely help all the users who are using and who have to switch companies to their transaction that they need to do throughout the day. Now, there's one more thing that was available in the previous versions of Business Central and it's still available, but has been changed a little bit. So if you remember, there was a on company information for each company, you could have utilized the company batch feature, which allows you to set which you can customize with three different properties. Do you want a batch? That's the initial part. And then what kind of color you would like. red, green, and all. And then what batch text you would like to use. So I can say I would like to call it as demo video, and I cannot because the length of the company batch is limited to 6 characters. So if you have up to 6 characters that'll help you to remind about this company, utilize the company batch feature. And then the company batch style is super interesting because it also changes the style of how your company switcher looks like when you update that. So as soon as I update that on my company information, my browser will refresh and I'll be able to see the batch that I've given, which is demo 2 here with a red color. The cool part is that when you click on it, it'll also show you here on the color notification. So you can either rely on name, you can either rely on your batch text and the batch color that you have utilized to, you know, to make your life easier if you have multiple companies and you work across different environments. With this feature of switching companies across environment makes your life super easy. Let me know in comments how you feel about this feature or did I miss anything? Just a quick recap. Company Switcher is available throughout the application. You don't need to be on a specific landing page to access that. If you are someone who likes to remember shortcuts, then Control O is the keyboard shortcut, which was a pretty old shortcut in the nav world also to open a company, which is Control O. So utilize that and utilize the batches with the colors company batch to make your life more easier as a user. Thank you. That's all for today. And I'll see you in the next video with another feature of 2022 Release Wave 2.